Good afternoon, everybody. I just thought I'd come on here and do a live because I am fucking bored. And I mean bored. So I thought I'd come on here and see who else is bored and see who else wants to keep me company for a little while. I don't think I'm going to get many people in here because of the time difference, and that's completely fine. But like I said, I just wanted to touch base with all of you because, I've been a bit, down lately, and I wanted to try and do an upbeat live about happy things and see if there's anyone that wants to join me on panel and tell jokes and just do whatever, because it comes down to, you're only as good as the content you put out, apparently. But we'll see how we go today. I'm not in a massive rush to talk about certain things. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Oh, you just popped in to say hi. Hi. I just really, really want to be able to put better content out there. I am going to be doing a true crime because obviously that's the name of my channel. But at the end of the day, it comes down to not everybody wants to discuss and go onto YouTube to find a live and talk about true crime all the time, hence why I don't. But I want to be able to talk about other things and stuff like that, and have people feel as though if they want to get something off their chest, they can. If they want to just talk about a general chat, then they can. I don't want it to all be obviously all true crime because I know me for one, I don't like tuning into YouTube and the only things and the only creators out there that are going live are going either real life on someone or they're talking true crime. And I would rather not do that all the time because talking true crime can be very draining and can be very exhausting. And I want to give people the opportunity to feel as though that they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. If they want to, all I say is that you don't name drop, you don't disrespect other creators, regardless of circumstance and stuff like that. So I don't get doxxed because if I get strikes, apparently if you get 3 strikes, you're out. And you're never allowed on YouTube again unless you find creative ways to do it. And I don't really feel like having a backup channel, but if it comes down to it, I may have to, and I don't really want to, but I don't want to lose all my videos, and I don't have a computer to download them all on, and my phone memory isn't as big as it should be because, no one's going to want to download all these videos. So I am going to do my absolute best to try and bring you content that you want. If you have suggestions for what you want me to talk about, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Do not put them in the chat because if you put them in the chat, I have a habit of not going back over my lives and stuff. But if I get told that there's something that someone finds offensive or it's disgusting, then by all means, I'll make the video private. And, I wish to make sure that everybody that comes into my chat feels comfortable. And at times it's very, very difficult because, only get a certain amount of time to be able to do lives and everything as such. So hello to that one person who's in the background. I don't know who you are, but if it's Rachel, g'day and thanks for sticking around. But if it's not, then hello to whoever you are. I am trying my hardest to put out content that people want to tune into when I do go live. And it's very difficult because, like I said, I need to be able to discuss true crime, but I've got to be very careful when I do discuss true crime because I don't want to trigger any of my subscribers. And as you guys can see, I have about over 500, so I've got to try and appease everybody. And at times it can be extremely difficult. And even going live when there's only one person listening, it can be extremely, extremely difficult. But as I was advised by another creator only very recently, you just got to focus on what you're good at and make that your mantra, so to speak. And I'm going to try and do that. I am going to try my hardest to put out content that you guys want to hear. Like I said, I've got to be very, very careful because I do have very, very dear friends I've made on here, and I have to make sure that I don't upset or trigger them because that's the last thing I want to do. Because at the end of the day, when you make friends, you want to do whatever you can to, basically protect them, and that's what I try and do. And at times it can be easy and at times it can be difficult, and, it gets very annoying at times because, there are a lot of cases I would like to discuss, but because it has certain sectors in it, I choose not to. If anyone coming in wishes to donate at all to me for any reason at all, please feel free. My PayPal link is in my description. So, no, there's no you have to donate sort of situation. It's just that if you choose to, that's where it is. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Rachel. I'm really glad to hear that, doll. I'd like to have you pop up here and do that on my channel sometime if you're comfortable with it. I would love to have if I could do a spirit box for anybody, I would love to do a spirit box with Elvis Presley. I would absolutely love to do that. But it would be difficult to do if Elvis Presley did pass away on August 16th, 1977. So it's very yeah, I do. I do. Believe you me, I do. I believe in anything and everything, so to speak. Like, I believe that if there's a way to contact the people that have passed on, then that would be something absolutely incredible to experience. And if you can get answers where other people can't get answers, then I think that is an incredible, incredible gift to be able to have. So yeah. Oh, well then, Rachel, feel free to message it to me and I'll share it in, or if you, I think you're a mod, please feel free to drop your link into my channel. Hey, Andy, I'm just feeling a little bit today, so I've got to ring Mum soon, but yeah. I just thought I'd pop up here and do a quick little live and see how everybody's doing and see how, well, in Australia here, it's already Saturday afternoon and I'm not sure what else everybody's up to. But I just wanted to come up here and do a quick little live, touch base with everybody and try and have some fun. And, it's just at times it's difficult because, the time difference and all the rest of that hoo-ha. Oh, okay. Shit. All right, give me 1 sec. I've got to figure out. Andy, I know you're going to say no, but if I send you the link, can you pop up here quickly? All right, just so that I can pop into shit. Oh, hang on. All right, give me one. Rachel, you've been a subscriber and a supporter of mine for ages, and I want to make you, if I'm allowed to, and you're comfortable with it, I would love to make you a mod. So Andy, if you can pop up here, and Rachel, if you can let me know before he pops up here, if he can. What do you call it? Did you want to be a mod? Oh, okay. I don't know how to make you Eddie. We only like 2 seconds while I pop into YouTube and make Rachel a mod if she wants to be one. All right, guys. Eddie doesn't want to pop up and help me for a second. Hey, Sherry. How you doing, sweetheart? Just give me 1 sec, guys. I will be back. Just give me 1 sec. Not sure if you can still hear me, but if you can, then that's a bonus. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Yeah, so Rachel, you're now a mod though, so if you wish to drop the link to your okay, cool. Phew. Bonus. Okay, like I said, Rachel, sorry, you're now a mod, so please feel free to drop the link to your channel in chat. That is completely fine. And yeah, so that was pretty quick. So see, Andy, you didn't even have to be up here. I chatted away anyway. Yeah, so if there are people who have ideas for me to put out there, just know that the cases I will never ever discuss on my channel. I'll mention their names, but I won't mention the crime behind it, which will be Gabby Petito and the Summer Wells case, because the Gabby Petito case is a huge trigger for me and a few other people that tune into my channel. And also, it's been, in my personal opinion, it's been done enough on other channels. You're very welcome. Oh, that's okay. Well, when you're ready, Rachel, you can drop it anytime you're ready, Dale. And I also won't touch on the Summer Wells case because that has been done on so many other channels. So I have a few ideas running around in my head of what ones I want to do. I will not be mentioning what they are because 9 out of 10 times, like when I wanted to do a missing persons segment on my channel, other creators caught wind of it and they started doing the missing person thing. The Chris Watts case, I make an appearance on other channels and I discuss my theories there, but I want to try my hardest not to talk about it on here anymore. But if it happens to come up, it happens to come up. So I'm trying my hardest to think of some Aussie crimes to go over. And I'm hoping that in the next few days or a few weeks or so, I can get enough information about it. I don't want so much information that it's overload in like one live. I might do, say, for example, I do want to revisit the Beaumont children. I desperately, desperately want to do that. I did part 1 last year, and I had a guest on there, and for the life of me, I can't remember what his name is, and I am so, so sorry for that. But he was a guest, and then we got a little bit sidetracked with it. So I see it as that, there's going to be other parts to that eventually. Yeah. I would love to be able to do like a lot of things, but with the issues with my eyes, it's very hard to be able to focus on. Yeah, there are so many missing children. I would love to be able to touch on it, but until I go to the hospital and figure out what's going on with my eyes next Wednesday, I can't really focus on a screen to read it, so to speak. So I need to be able to find a way I can go to a computer, copy and paste, but print the stuff out in quite large writing for myself, which is annoying, but I need to figure out how to do all that because I don't have a computer here, so I can't do that. But I want to be able to do what I can do. Yeah, I would love to be able to touch on William Tyrrell, but there's another channel that is going over that, and I don't see. This is what I mean. I don't want to step on other creators' shoes by doing cases that they're doing, because most of the Australian people that have channels are touching on a lot of the cases and stuff like that. So I've got to be careful not to step on their toes and upset them. So I actually am one of the very few creators that actually gives a shit about other creators' platforms, because I don't want to step on their toes. So I will do whatever I can to try and bring what I can find out about William Tyrrell. I'm not mentioning any other ideas I have, for the simple fact that I don't want other creators stealing my ideas, because that's mean. But it happens. Yeah. And no, they didn't find out who took William Tyrrell. I don't think they did anyway. I try my hardest, like I said, every single time I go live, I try and put out content that will interest people. I might not, like I said, I might not talk about true crime all the time, because it gets, like I said, it gets very, very draining and very, very exhausting. And not everybody out there wants to tune into YouTube and just like listen to music or watch game shows on repeat or anything like that. Some people would like to be able to have a channel where they can go to it and they can just chill out and hang out, you know what I mean? And then have some fun. And I, for one, am one of those people. Like, I'm not a big fan of always tuning in and reading and listening about true crime. Excuse me, because for me, it's very, very draining and it's very, very worrisome. Like, I don't have kids of my own, but I have very dear friends who have kids. And so for me, it's like, whoa. Like, when I was a kid, I used to be able to go wherever I wanted to. My parents didn't, when they ground me or something, when they would ground me, it would only last like a couple of hours, and then I'd be like, yeah, off you go. I used to be able to go up to my local park with my younger brother, and nothing ever happened to us. And so, in a sense, I look at that and I'm like, thank fuck for that. Yes, that's where I'm thinking we're going, Andy. And you know what I mean? So it all comes down to um what I'm going to be discussing and how to go about it and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And but it's very, very difficult to do at times because there are a lot of cases out there where children are involved. There is something more sinister, nothing more sinister. They're murdered, but then things happen to them on the way to being murdered. And I can't go there because of personal reasons and for other reasons as well. So it's very hard to be able to find a case that I'm not going to offend any of my subscribers or upset any of my subscribers or any of the friends that I've made along the way since having a channel. So I'm trying my best to try and find ones that will please everybody. Sherry, can you try not to mention other channel names? And yes, I'm aware. I know all about spirit boxes. And yes, I'm familiar with McKee. Yes. I think if you believe, then yeah, I believe in them. But at times it's very, very difficult to, because sometimes if the creator is talking, we miss what the spirit is trying to say. So I've personally never done a spirit box, and because I can't afford one. But I think it would be very, very interesting to be able to have someone come up here and do a live spirit box at some point. But we'll see how we go. I'm not putting any pressure on anybody, but yeah. No, it's okay. It's just the fact that I don't think that, with McKee, I heard of him, yes. Miki, sorry, McKee. However you pronounce his name. Her name, his name, whatever it is. I rather not mention other creators' names for the simple fact that I don't want them thinking I'm disrespecting them or anything like that. And then they might have one of their mods or something, dox me, and I don't want that. So, yeah, I've heard of that person. Yes. Thank you, Sherry, for understanding. I appreciate it. I'm just at the point now where there have been times where in the beginning of my channel, I would do nothing but discuss Chris Watts, and I need to really just change my description because I don't want people thinking that that's all I talk about, because it's not, and so I'm trying my hardest. Well, I'll see if I can get McKee up here at some point. I'll see if I can find a way to contact him, but who knows? But yeah, this isn't going to be a very long live, guys, because like I said, I've got to contact my mum because she had a fall last night, and I've got to make sure she's okay. And I've got no way of getting to her because I'm broke till Wednesday. But I've got to start putting money aside to either purchase. I think that you can still get them like Uber gift cards. So I'm thinking that what I might have to do is that when I get some money behind me is buy one of those Uber gift cards and see how we go. But yeah, I've got to give her a call, check her memory. I did that last night. I think I pissed her off, but it's worth it to make sure she's okay. Yeah, so I might pop back later tonight, do a live later tonight. I don't know. Because like I said, it is very, very hard to get up here every time and do a live, and I don't want people to be upset with me for bringing up certain things. I don't want people getting angry at me because I don't discuss true crime all the time. It comes down to, like I said, I don't want my channel just to be about true crime. In the beginning of my life, there were times I'll just discuss true crime, and it got for me personally, it got very draining. And the next case I will be touching is an Australian crime, and I'll leave it at that. There's a lot of Australian crime out there, As we all know and love, Australia is apparently the crime capital of the world, but it's not. Australia is actually quite safe in comparison to other parts of the world. That'd be amazing, Rachel. I'd love that. Thank you so much. I'd rather have you up here anyway because you're cool. And I don't know McKee very well, so, or at all, to be honest. So I'd rather have someone up here who, you know, knows spirit boxes. I'm not saying McKee doesn't, okay? But I'm just saying that I rather, have someone up here who has already offered. So yes, Rachel, you are very welcome up here when you get yourself together, organized, and your stuff together. I meant, sorry. I will enjoy that immensely. Thank you. And we'll both, if you're comfortable with it, we'll put our both PayPal links in the description when that takes place. Please try and find me on Facebook, and we'll discuss it more there if you like. But yeah, awesome, Rachel. I'll look forward to that, Dale. You just let me know when you're ready, and I will provide hours, obviously, on StreamYard. It'll be very embarrassing if I don't, but I should do, and we can organise it all, and it'll be fan-bloody-tastic. All right, guys. Like I said, I'll probably pop back here later tonight. It is now 12:23 here in the afternoon, and like I said, I've got to go call my mum to make sure she's okay. And you all take care of yourself, all 5 of you. Rachel's pretty much the only one typing. I appreciate all of you for being in here, and like I said before, if you can spare it, please donate to my PayPal. Every cent helps. I am trying to raise money for a shed. I have a horrible housing manager who is basically telling me to get rid of all my storage containers, and I'm sorry, but I'm not wanting to do that because some of them have stuff in there. So I am trying to raise funds for a shed. So if you can help me with that, please do. If you can't, that's fine. Do not feel bad. Do not feel anything if you can't do it. You know what I mean? You're welcome, Rachel. Anytime, darling. Just please. Oh, now more people are coming in. Now I don't want to wrap it up. It's all right. I'll keep going for a little bit longer. But like I said, I just want people to know that I am trying my best. And it is at times very, very hard because, you've got to keep everybody happy. I need to make sure that the friends that I've made on here, that they know that they're protected when I'm doing certain things. But that's also why I have to be careful with what I discuss, because I refuse to lose the friends that I've made. And, it is very, very hard for me to make friends. It's very, very, very hard for me to trust people. It's very hard to believe in what I'm doing when there's no, I don't know how to put this without sounding like an asshole. When there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you know what I mean? Because I rarely get thumbs up, so please give a thumbs up. I rarely get donations. I rarely get feedback. I rarely get any kind of people job, and that's fine. But it does get a little bit disheartening at times. Like I said, I'm trying my hardest to put out the content you guys want to hear. I'm trying to keep it as real as I can. Like if I'm having a bad day, instead of blowing up at my mom or my brother, I choose just to come on here and vent about it because you guys are like my second family, but at the same time, I don't want to annoy all of you by doing that. Excuse me. But, it's hard. And that's putting it as mildly as I can. It is hard to put content out there that will please everybody. It's very hard to be able to do what I do when there's no positive reinforcement, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I hardly get comments. I hardly get thumbs up. I hardly get feedback. I hardly get anything when I do this for you guys. And like I said, I try and put out as much content that you're very, very, very welcome, Rachel. Use it wisely. No, use it any way you want. But like I said, it's hard, and I only get a certain amount of, I get 20 hours per month with the free StreamYard because I can't afford the big StreamYard package. And I only get 200 gigs per month with my phone plan. So, it's hard. It gets very hard to do that. Like, I would love to be able to afford the proper StreamYard. I would love to be able to afford that, but I can't, because for those who are just tuning in or those listening in the background, I'm on 2 monthly inspections, and in those 2 months, I have to pay for at least 2 cleaners because then my housing manager can shut the F up last time, and I have to pay $50 to $60 for someone to come out and mow my lawns. Now, the reason I can't do my own housework is because of the scar tissue I have on both of my eyes and also with my carpal tunnel. Now, I had surgery in December, I think it was, of last year, but since then, my left hand that they operated on has gotten significantly worse. I can barely hold my phone. I can barely hold a glass or a bottle of water or anything like that. I can't, those compression gloves, my doctor recommends that I don't use those because of the fact that there is inflammation, and inflammation, if I compress it, it could make it worse, apparently. So I don't know. I can't personally keep up. So it just annoys me that there are so many things out there that I personally want to do for myself, but I physically cannot do it, and I financially can't afford to do it. So that's why there are times when throughout my lives that I do say, if you can donate, please do, because every single cent counts and every single cent helps. Like when I get donations at times, I'll be honest with all of you, there are times where I do not physically have the energy or the strength to cook anything. So if I get a few donations along the way, I will order in because I physically can't stand at the stove and cook a bowl of pasta or something like that for myself. Or I'll sit there and I'll try, but then you've got to realize if you do pasta, which is a very easy dish to make, I still then have to struggle to get the pot off the stove and move it over to the other side of the room, so to speak, and tip out the water, and that's very, 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 very painful because, as you know, you need a lot of water to be able to cook pasta. So, I try my hardest every fucking day. And there are some days where, unfortunately, I don't have the strength to do anything and I'm broke, so I don't eat. And if anyone who has actually seen my face knows, I don't look like I need to eat because I'm a little overweight, so to speak. But I'm trying my hardest to lose weight too. But I don't want to lose weight by starving myself because that could be bad. Anyway, enough of my dribble. I've got to go ring my mum and see how she is today. All right, guys. Like I said, I'll probably be back later tonight, see how we go. Until next time, just remember my slogan. Until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye.